Just a few months ago, many football fans believed Argentina's golden era was coming to an end. Lionel Messi was approaching the final chapter of his legendary career. Several young stars were still proving themselves on the biggest stage, and critics questioned whether Argentina could really challenge for another World Cup. But over the next few weeks, something incredible happened. Match after match, Argentina overcame difficult opponents, survived intense pressure, and produced unforgettable moments that carried them all the way to the FIFA World Cup 2026 final. This wasn't just another successful tournament. It became a story of experience, resilience, and belief. So, how exactly did Argentina reach the 2026 World Cup final? Let's follow their entire journey. Argentina entered the FIFA World Cup 2026 carrying enormous expectations. After winning the 2022 World Cup, they were no longer chasing their first title. They were defending their place among football's greatest nations. For decades, Argentina has been one of international football's most successful teams. Legends like Diego Maradona and Lionel Messi transformed the Albiceleste into a symbol of passion, creativity, and determination. Every new generation grows up dreaming of wearing the famous sky blue and white shirt. But football changes quickly. The expanded 48-team World Cup meant more matches, more unpredictable opponents, and fewer opportunities to recover from mistakes. Every knockout game could become a battle that lasted 120 exhausting minutes. Many experts believe teams like France, Spain, England, Portugal, and Brazil had stronger squads on paper. Argentina would have to prove everyone wrong. Fortunately for them, they possessed the perfect combination of experienced leaders and fearless young talents. Veterans provided calm under pressure, while younger players brought energy, speed, and creativity. Together, they formed one of the tournament's most balanced squads. Their mission was simple: reach another World Cup final. But the road ahead would be anything but easy. Argentina's journey began in Group J. On paper, many supporters expected them to finish first, but World Cup history has taught us that underestimating group stage opponents can be dangerous. Every tournament has produced shocking upsets. Even world champions have fallen before reaching the knockout rounds. Argentina knew they couldn't afford a slow start. Match 1. The opening game was about sending a message. Rather than playing cautiously, Argentina immediately took control of possession. Their midfield dictated the tempo, patiently moving the ball from side to side while waiting for defensive gaps to appear. This style has become one of Argentina's biggest strengths. Instead of forcing attacks, they patiently wear opponents down until opportunities naturally appear. The result was a confident opening victory that immediately placed them near the top of the group. More importantly, the performance showed the squad was prepared for another deep World Cup run. Match 2. The second group match presented a different challenge. This opponent defended much deeper, leaving very little space behind the back line. Argentina had to become more creative. Quick one-touch passing replaced long attacks. The fullbacks pushed higher. The midfield rotated constantly. Eventually, patience paid off. Argentina found a breakthrough and secured another important victory. 2 matches, 2 wins, maximum points. The pressure was already shifting on to every other team in the group. Match 3, with qualification nearly secured, many teams might have relaxed. Argentina didn't. Instead, they treated the final group match as preparation for the knockout rounds. The coaching staff rotated players while maintaining the team's identity. Young stars gained valuable minutes. Experienced leaders controlled the rhythm. Another convincing performance confirmed Argentina as group winners. More importantly, confidence inside the squad continued to grow. One of the biggest reasons Argentina has remained successful across different generations is their football culture. Children throughout the country often begin playing football in the streets before joining professional academies. Unlike some nations that focus heavily on physical strength, Argentine football traditionally emphasizes technical ability, creativity, close ball control, and quick decision-making. That philosophy has produced legends such as Diego Maradona, Juan Roman Riquelme, Javier Mascherano, Angel Di Maria, and Lionel Messi. Every generation learns from the previous one. That identity was once again visible throughout the 2026 World Cup. After winning their group, Argentina advanced to round of 32, where they faced Cape Verde. Many neutral fans expected Argentina to cruise comfortably into the next round. But World Cups rarely follow expectations. Cape Verde entered the match with nothing to lose. They defended fearlessly, attacked whenever opportunities appeared, and refused to be intimidated by one of football's biggest nations. Suddenly, Argentina found themselves in a genuine battle. Every tackle became harder. Every attack carried greater urgency. Every mistake felt more dangerous. The pressure inside the stadium continued to rise. For the first time in the tournament, Argentina looked vulnerable. Instead of panicking, however, they relied on something every champion needs: experience. When the match became chaotic, Argentina stayed composed. Their leaders slowed the game down, controlled possession, and waited patiently for the right moments to strike. Eventually, their quality made the difference. Argentina edged past Cape Verde in an unforgettable 3-2 victory, booking their place in the round of 16. But this dramatic match delivered an important lesson. If Argentina wanted to reach another World Cup final, every knockout game would demand their absolute best, and the toughest challenges were still waiting. After surviving their first knockout match, Argentina entered the round of 16, knowing that the real World Cup had finally begun. The group stage allows teams room for mistakes. The knockout stage does not. One bad decision, one defensive error, one moment of lost concentration, an entire dream can disappear. Argentina faced Egypt, a team that had already shown they could compete against stronger opponents. Many expected Argentina to control the match from the beginning, but Egypt had a different plan. They defended with incredible discipline and attacked quickly whenever Argentina lost possession. For long periods, Argentina struggled to find the same rhythm they had shown earlier in the tournament. The match became a tactical battle. Argentina controlled the ball, but Egypt controlled the spaces. This is one of the oldest lessons in football. Possession does not always mean dominance. Sometimes a team without the ball can create the biggest problems. As the minutes passed, the pressure increased. Argentina knew they needed something special. This is where experienced teams separate themselves from talented teams. A talented team can play beautiful football. A great team finds a way to win when everything becomes difficult. Argentina began increasing the intensity. The midfield pushed higher. The attackers started making more dangerous runs. The entire team moved forward searching for a breakthrough. But Egypt refused to surrender. The match entered a dramatic final period where every attack felt like it could decide Argentina's fate. Then came the turning point. Argentina's attacking quality finally broke through. Their movement became faster, their passing became sharper, and their belief returned. What looked like a possible elimination became another chapter in Argentina's World Cup story. Argentina completed a dramatic 3-2 victory over Egypt and moved into the quarterfinals. But the match revealed something important. This Argentina team was not only winning when everything went perfectly, they were winning because they knew how to survive. Why Messi's role was different in 2026. For many years, Argentina depended heavily on Lionel Messi, creating moments of magic. During his early international career, critics often questioned whether Argentina could succeed with Messi as a leader. But after years of experience, Messi's role completely evolved. He was no longer just a player who needed to score every goal. He became the player who controlled the emotional rhythm of the team. He slowed matches down when Argentina needed calm. He created opportunities when opponents became tired. He guided younger players through difficult moments. This transformation reflected something football fans have seen throughout history. The greatest players do not always remain the same. They adapt. They change. They find new ways to influence games. Quarterfinal, Argentina versus Switzerland. The battle of patience. The quarterfinal brought another difficult challenge. Switzerland had already proven themselves as one of the tournament's most organized teams. They were disciplined defensively, dangerous on counterattacks, and extremely difficult to break down. Argentina knew this match would not be decided by talent alone. It would require patience. From the opening whistle, Argentina controlled possession, but Switzerland remained compact. Every passing lane was blocked. Every attacking move was carefully defended. The match became a chess game. Argentina moved the ball around the pitch, searching for the smallest opening. This is where tactical intelligence becomes important. At the highest level of football, the difference between winning and losing can be a single movement. A player dragging a defender away, a midfielder finding space between lines, a forward making a run at exactly the right moment. Argentina continued searching. They refused to become frustrated, and eventually, their persistence created opportunities. The breakthrough arrived. Argentina finally found the space they needed, but Switzerland responded with pressure of their own. The match became a battle of mentality. Neither team wanted to make a mistake. As extra time arrived, Argentina's experience became crucial. Many players were physically exhausted. The intensity of the World Cup knockout stage had taken its toll, but Argentina remained focused. They found the decisive moments when they mattered most. The final whistle confirmed a 3-1 victory over Switzerland. Argentina were now only one match away from the World Cup final, but standing in their way was one of the biggest challenges possible. England. Semi-final, Argentina versus England, a historic battle. Some football matches are bigger than football. Argentina versus England is one of those rivalries. The history between these nations goes back decades. From unforgettable World Cup encounters to legendary moments involving players like Diego Maradona, every meeting carries extra emotion. Now, in 2026, the two nations met again with a place in the World Cup final at stake. The atmosphere was incredible. The pressure was enormous. Neither team wanted their dream to end. England started strongly. They showed why they were considered one of the strongest teams in the tournament. Their pressing created problems. Their attacking players constantly tested Argentina's defense. For Argentina, this was their biggest examination. They had faced difficult opponents before. But England demanded perfection. The match became a battle between two different football philosophies. England relied on physical intensity, speed, and direct attacking. Argentina relied on technical quality, experience, and control. Every possession mattered. Every challenge mattered. Every decision mattered. As the match continued, Argentina showed the mentality that had carried them throughout the tournament. They did not panic. They trusted their style. They waited for their opportunities. And when those opportunities arrived, they were ready. Argentina fought back and produced a dramatic 2-1 victory over England, securing their place in the FIFA World Cup 2026 final. The players celebrated. The fans celebrated. And once again, Argentina reached football's biggest stage. The secret behind Argentina's success. Argentina's journey to the final was not built on one player. It was built on balance. Their success came from several important factors. 1. Experience. Players who had already experienced World Cup pressure understood how to handle difficult moments. 2. Young talent. The new generation brought energy, speed, and hunger. 3. Tactical flexibility. Argentina could dominate possession, defend deeply, or attack quickly depending on the opponent. 4. Mental strength. The biggest difference was their mentality. They never believed the match was over. Even when situations became difficult, they continued fighting. That mentality is part of Argentina's football identity. Argentina's place in football history. Argentina reaching another World Cup final added another chapter to one of football's greatest stories. From Maradona's unforgettable 1986 triumph to Messi's emotional 2022 victory, the national team has always represented more than trophies. It represents passion. It represents a country's love for football. It represents generations of players dreaming of wearing the famous blue and white shirt. The 2026 journey continued that tradition. Argentina's road to the FIFA World Cup 2026 final was not easy. They were tested. They were challenged. They faced moments where their dream could have disappeared. But match after match, they showed the qualities of champions. They had experience. They had talent. They had belief. And most importantly, they had the mentality required to survive football's biggest moments. Now, Argentina stand one game away from history. One final match. One final challenge. One opportunity to lift the greatest trophy in football once again. What do you think? Can Argentina win the FIFA World Cup 2026? Or will their journey end at the final hurdle? Let us know your prediction in the comments. If you enjoyed this football story, subscribe to Football Atlas for more World Cup explanations, football history, and the biggest stories from the beautiful game.